Before the launching of the health and social visa, when it was first announced in 2021, and of course the arrival of the applicants in 2022, a lot of care agencies, particularly domiciliary settings, struggled with staff retention. All right. Now, a lot of the times you find carers coming into work and they say to you, okay, listen, I need to do my 15 hours so that I can get my benefits. Some come into work, they do a few days, and say, listen, this job is not for me. They leave. Okay. And they don't even dignify their employers with resignation letters. It was that bad. Now, some would just say, okay, listen, I'm leaving. Why? Because some other company is paying £1 more or £2 more, and they are off. Now, I'm not saying care homes didn't suffer. They suffered as well. Okay, we had over 100,000 vacancies for carers in United Kingdom, and we had problems filling it. And this visa was launched. It was an answer to prayers. Prayers they have prayed for a very long time, and everybody jumped on board. But you see, when visited before 2021, some of them were so scared, to open their emails. Why? They had so many packages being sent to them from councils looking for carers. They couldn't do the jobs because they had no carers to do them. All right. Some had to enlist the services or the help of their spouses, their children, trusted friends who they know how to help them out. Why? Because they had to pay their bills. They had to pay the insurance, the rent, all the overheads that came with it. And so the job had got to be done. And like I said, when the visa scheme was launched, it was an answer to all their prayers. But what do we have now? It's a different case. So what is the relationship between COS, which means Certificate of Sponsorship, and Modern Slavery Act 2015? I will be telling you all of that in this video, like I promised, and giving you a link if you fall into that category. My name is Kesiena Akwara Ate, a health and social care trainer. A gazillion thank yous, or should I say merci beaucoup to all my returning subscribers. You guys are amazing. I do not take your support for granted. It is most appreciated. Hey, to all of you, my mentees out there, much love to you all. And remember, you are always in my thoughts and prayers, and I wish you nothing but the best. All right. And hey, to all the awesome people who have joined my membership platform, thank you for joining. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, come on, join this ever-growing family where I talk about everything care. All right. And how can you be a part of us? You smash the subscribe button, you give me a thumbs up by liking the video, and don't forget to click on that all important notification bell, so whenever I upload a new video, you will be among the very first to know. Freely connect with me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Care by Cares, and I'll see you there. All right. Know me, I do not like to dilly-dally. So let's get straight into the crux of the matter. So what indeed is Modern Slavery Act 2015? Now, I'm not going to just say it off the cuff. I went on the government website and I got it out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read it out to you so I do not miss anything out. Now, it says here that the version is 3.4, subsection 1.1, and I read, modern slavery is a serious crime, that violates human rights. Victims are forced, threatened, or deceived into situations of subjugation, degradation, and control, which undermine their personal identity and a sense of self. Okay? Now, this is what it is, okay? And it's a serious crime in the United Kingdom, all right? And so you have people who have been told, that come to the UK, oh, there's so many jobs for you to do. Oh, there's place for you to stay. Oh, oh my God. They were promised heaven and earth. These people, as well know, I'm sure you must have seen the, investigative journalism done by Sky News. They sold cars, properties, houses, businesses to come to the UK. But alas, what they find is not what they were told. Okay, and so right now we have seen as well that a lot are going to depression and all of that. And the problem is that they are afraid to come out to say what exactly they're going through. Now, this was the message I spoke to the gentleman or the individual I was privileged to meet, who works with, a Modern Slavery Act charity. And he says to me to tell you guys that if you fall into the category where you were told that there was work here, but there isn't, because you guys are afraid to come and you don't want to be deported, he says to tell you that, you will not be deported just like that, okay? Like the link I am going to drop, once you go on there, you assessed. And if you fall into that category, the government will fight for you. You won't be deported just like that. You'll be given at least 60 days or 90 days to find yourself another sponsor, because what you were told is not what you saw when you came on ground. Okay, now I want to have a look at this, all right? Now, this is the Modern Day Slavery Act, and in this act, you have offenses arising under the 2015 Act. Now, Section 2 is the one that concerns us, and it says arranging or facilitating the travel of another person with a view to exploiting them. Good. Now, you know that a lot of people right now are bringing in people to the country. Okay. Now, some of these people who are doing these things know fully well that they do not have jobs for these people. For those who were in operation before 2021, it's because the whole place is saturated now, so they don't have enough jobs for their workers. And if you fall into that category of working for someone who has been in business long before the health and social care visa scheme was announced, sit down with them, have a civil discussion as to what is the way forward, so you can fulfill your government stipulated 39 hours. So at the end of your 5 years, you are not sent back. Your indefinite leave is not given to you. It will be very sad indeed. Now, for those of you who are with people, who started their businesses in 2022 or 23, well, this is what it is. It is saturated at the moment, and there are so many people around. Now, if you are working for someone who has no jobs, yet is still bringing in people into the country, then yes, you fall into that Section 2, criteria. So you go onto the National Referral Mechanism, which I'm going to share the link with you, and then you fill it up, you'll be assessed and everything, and then help will be given to you. Because the truth is that there are people who are taking the piece out of all of this, and it's so unfair because they're dealing with human beings. Now, if you also fall into the category whereby, you don't have jobs, or you are being worked, okay? And then you speak to your sponsor about it, and they tell you, say, if you can't do the work, we'll cancel your COS, we'll revoke your COS. Seriously. You also fall into that category as well. But here is the thing. If you have been threatened by your boss that if you don't, do what they've asked you to do, your COS will be revoked and all of that, listen, have something that will tie them to that statement. Have an email where they say clearly that if you don't work this hour, like some have been worked 7 days a week straight, some have been worked 10 days a week straight, some have been worked, that's not 10 days a week, is it? 7 days make a week. So if you have been worked for 7 days a week, or you worked for 10 days straight, or 12 days straight, back to back without a rest, and when you complain, your boss tells you is that you take it or you will cancel your license, and they send you an email to that effect, keep it, because you will need it for the referral. Because we all know that in the UK here, carers in particular do not work like that, except you are the one who wants to work like that. You work 3 days on and 4 days off, or 4 days on, 3 days off. That is how it works, because the body can only take so much. If that makes any sense. Okay? And so if you fall into that category as well, we are being threatened, yes, you can now, use the same national referral mechanism as well, and you'll be assessed. Now, somebody came to my comment section and said to me, listen, they were told that if they don't buy a car, then they cannot work. Their license will be cancelled. Are you for real? Those of us who were in the care sector, because I have been in the care sector since 2017, I've never heard any carer complain that they were told you don't buy a car, you'll be sacked. I never heard it. I never heard it. So why do we have that coming up now? In any case, cars are not easy to come by. You get a car, you have to pay MOT, you have to pay insurance, you have to pay road tax, you have to do servicing. On how much do you earn? Yes, I do know that when you have a car, it makes accessibility to all your clients easy. I get it. But it doesn't have to be a condition for them to work for you. Particularly when you did not state that in the specifications, job specification, when they sent it out to them. Let's be fair. All right. So guys, if you are being buttered up and told things about the UK, please, everything you need to know about the UK is on Google. Google it. Gone are the days of ignorance. And like I always say to people, where there's desperation, there will be exploitation. So if you want to come to the UK, Google all you need to know about the UK. If you have somebody here who is reliable, ask questions. No matter what you are told, it is not all that glitter that is gold. If it sounds too good to be true, then it is not true. Let's take, precautions. let's look out for ourselves, please, and let not be, cajoled and coerced into doing things that ordinarily would not want to do. Because the truth is that this job, care job, is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for everybody. Like I always say, is for a selected few. It is a calling. Is that you have it or you don't have it, or you are willing to cultivate the attributes of a good carer. Okay, so guys, please take note and be informed and look out for yourselves. Okay, and I hope this link I have dropped will help some one or two people out there, to sort themselves out. And remember this, that no matter what the matter is, you matter so much more. All right, over.